Hello and welcome to the Brick Freak. Today with the second part of assembling the bucket wheel excavator, the big bucket wheel excavator from Mould model number 17006. Yes, the first two building steps brought us this monster. And that's the reason you see me in an assembly video. Normally you see me in the review. But for the second part now I decided I have not enough room in my cellar. And I decided to go back to the dining room, and yes, I took my mom into the garden. She stays there for a few weeks. No, it was just a joke. Okay, so here I am. This is what I assembled in the first building steps. And till now it was totally fun. Not frustrating, everything works, everything's fine. The instructions are pretty clear. They show you how to manage the cables. That's not always the case with Mould, so that's very nice. They show you where to get the cables, because in such a big set and with such long ways from the motors to the accu box down here, it's nice that you know where to put the cables, because often in the Technicars, you don't where to have to put the cables. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong, and here it's easy. Okay, I don't know if this is a stolen mock. I haven't found anything that really looks like this. I have a Eurobricks found a mock on Eurobricks that has 22,000 pieces. Looks exactly the same, just in very, very, very big, but looks the same. Yeah, but obviously it can't be with 22,000 pieces. And this here has a lot more than the Lego version. It has the colors of the Lego version. It looks a little bit like the Lego version, but it's a different thing. So I don't know, perhaps this is a self-developed set from Mould. Yeah! Okay, so far the first building step is the first round here. This section here. This is building step 1. You put in the accu box and a lot of extension cables and so on. Then you build building step 2, that's the second ring here. Building step 3 are the tracks here, down there. And in the tracks, in each par, this is always a double pair, so you have 3 double pairs. In each double pair is an L motor looking downwards and driving the tracks. And building step 4 here is first assembling on the big wheel here, the gear wheel, to make a strong connection and put in the XL motor. And after that, we're building the first pillar here up in the sky. And that's the reason you see me here, because the set is, man. And this is the smallest part. Well, not the smallest part, but we get another pillar and we get the both you know what I mean. I don't know the terms for that. The transport band and the counterweight. And yes, this is big. Very big. And so I decided to build here the dining room further so I can show you progress. Okay. That's everything, I believe. If you want to know more, wait the car. It's gone. It's hot. I have the windows open. Yes, next I'll show you building step 5, I hope, and I have a lot of fun, I hope. Like I said, till now everything's fine. Instructions pretty clear, pieces very good quality, Mould, no problems at all. And the design to build it is really good. So I hope it stays this way. Building step 5. That's the short arm. I say arm. One arm is the long arm with the bucket wheel, and the other arm is the short arm with the counterweight. And here we have the short arm with the counterweight. I haven't assembled it on the set yet, because of 2 reasons. So I can show it to you better. Second reason is, if you connect this, I had to use now boxes. It shows you in the instructions you need 6 boxes. It doesn't say which size, because it's connected here, and when they are not attached here to the bucket wheel, then this goes down. Inside we have here 8 counterweights. That's a big pieces that are iron or something like in it to have a good counterweight. Then another L motor sitting in here, and the L motor does nothing then rotating 4 long lift arms to a box, and the box spins, and on the box our 4-meter cord here are turned on, and I believe this here is on the other side, attached here. The cord goes over the first pillar, over the second pillar to the bucket wheel, and with the motor and the cord I adjust the height of the bucket wheel, and the last motor will be turning the bucket wheel and perhaps the delivery band, or what's the transport band for what the excavator excavates. Yes, okay. They are really 4 meter. That here is absolutely stable and very heavy here at the end. So I don't know, now perhaps first the second pillar or first the next arm with the bucket wheel, I don't know, we will see. But so far it's a pretty clear build too. This here makes a lot of fun, it's good to assemble, and it's heavy, it's really heavy. Okay, so I'm really excited what's coming next to this monster here. Because when I attach this here, the bucket wheel will end here, outside the picture. This is a monster, an absolute monster. Oh, hello, you see? Nothing. I put it onto the ground, and I attached the arm with the counterweight, and you need something to put under the counterweight, because the counterweight is, because the other arm is missing, it's here, has so much weight that the whole excavator is going crazy. So have a big box to put it underneath, and the long arm here, that's the counterweight to the counterweight. Building step 6 are only these 2 pieces. Here we have the last L motor, goes over this here. A lot of you English speaking guys told me the English name, I forgot it. Worm gear. Nah, I remember, that's a worm gear. Over this worm gear we go to the big grey gear, to the axle on the other side, and in between here I believe will be the transport band out of the tracks. This here at the moment I don't know. Where is it on the bucket, or is this the connection to the tower from the bucket wheel? I don't know. We will see in building step 7. In building step 7 I finish here the long arm with the wheel connected to the rest of the structure, and building step 7 is only the second pillar, and then we have to put the cords over it, everything, and I hope everything will work. This here was very easy. It's the shortest building step, parts wise and time wise. It was, I have a friend here and we're talking a lot, but normally this is 45 minutes or something like that. That's really the shortest building step. Overall, for such a big behemoth, and the counterparts, the parts, nearly 5K on pieces, it is really easy and fast to build. Really easy and fast to build. Because we have not so much technique, not so much gears and everything, and a lot of big long lift arms, long panels and so on. So for the size, I'm really surprised how fast I am with assembling this here. I believe the Bugatti and the Porsche took me longer and have only 2/3 of the pieces. So it's not very complex, but big. Okay, I show you in the next take, I hope so, the full arm. See you later. Building step 7. In 6 6 was 2 parts. One was the part with the motor here, the short one, and the middle here of our bucket wheel. That was building step 6, and building step 7 combined these together and put on here our transport band made out of tracks. I hope it works. I hope it works smoothly. I hope the whole thing works. We will see, because Mould King often, yes, mostly they have some bugs or a lot of bugs, depends on the Technic model in their Technic sets. The other sets are better, but in the Technic sets you mostly have to do or adjust at the end a little bit yourself that it works perfectly. For me that's a problem, because the price is so good and the quality the quality of the parts is very good, and this is a construction toy, so it's no problem to construct it further and make it totally work. There are 2 kind of people in this world. Category 1, I own 3 categories. 1, only buyer, has no parts at home, is no interested in modifying or pimping or do anything. He just wants the set. It has to be perfect. It has to be without thinking. Just to perhaps he likes it on a display, or he likes to enjoy himself during building, to relax. Then there is another group like me who can live with a not perfect model and see it as a challenge to get it really perfect. And number 3 are the mockers. So that's my, children on the side. But for the adults, I believe there are these 3 types. People who only want to build, people who want to build and have no problem with pimping, modifying, or something else with the set. And category 3 are mockers. They buy perhaps these sets only to get rid of it and make their own creations. Okay, this is really solid. For the mockers, this set is great if you need these colors. You get so many panels, so many Technic frames in gray, blue, yellow, 3 of the big circles here, the gear circles, 5 L motors, 1 XL motor, a 6-way accu box. So just for the parts, this is a really, really brilliant set. If it's a good set at the end, and if it works, we will see in the review. So, okay. Building step 8. Last one. A really big one, a lot of parts. I hope I get it assembled today, so that I can show you on Tuesday the next video. Don't talk so much, Frank. Yes, I go assembling. You're right. Our behemoth is finished. What a monster. So, building step 8 was finishing here the wheel with the bucket, the arm with the bucket wheel, 100 more pieces. Then I built here the second pillar and connected it to this arm, and then connected it to the rest of our excavator, fixing it with some frames and some Technic beams. And then the annoying work of doing here the cord work, they go, oh man, okay, it's 4 meters the cord, and in between here you go 20 times or so with both of the cords. Man, okay, sorry for the not showing you explicit parts of the set during the assembly. It is just too big for me to put it in a good position, and the problem was I couldn't assemble it in the cellar, I couldn't film in the cellar, so I had to film here, and I had not the time to do, when I'm sitting here with the camera like I mostly do, it was not possible because a lot of people at the house at the moment, and so this is not one of my best assembly videos, part 1 and part 2 here, but I hope the review will be satisfying. A little summary, great pieces, good instructions with no bigger mistakes. A really satisfying straight build. You see what the technique is doing, so it's easy to understand what you are assembling. And yes, the result is purely astonishing. That's incredible thing here. We will see how it works in the review. Yes, mostly, you know, there's the cliffhanger, I show you the set, but all the features in the review. One point I can say at the moment, that is not so good to load the box, the Akku box, because it's down under everything here. Here we have the 3 track pairs, so there is not much space to get to the Akku box and then find it with I don't know. I will do it, I push it up because it's possible. It's heavy and it's a little bit wobbling, the upper part, but it's possible. So I lift it up, one of my child pushing the cable, and then I will charge it for the review. And you see this here on Tuesday, and on Friday you will have the review, if the world is turning around on Friday. Okay, it's a really nice build. Only building step 7 could have little problems with the arms, with the long arm here. The rest is really easy and good to assemble. But the cords here are really annoying. The 4 meters and in between here it goes 20 times. The cords are annoying. I haven't tested anything, so the cords here are not straight because I haven't turned the motor here. We will see how this will work out when I start the motor and it's spinning and bring pressure on the cords, if it's enough to lift up the whole arm here. I believe that will be not a big problem. Perhaps one thing that don't work great, we will see here, is the transport band and the turning of the bucket. We will see how this works. I have read some reviews and they said this here is not really smooth. We will see. So like I said, I will charge it overnight and then we're trying it out. So sorry for, like I said, not showing you so much on this model on the assembly part, but I hope I can show you everything in the review part. Okay, but I will make it up with the next set. That's the Mammoth tank out of Command & Conquer, and it looks astonishing. And it's with power functions, and it's a smaller one, so I can show you progress and more detailed every nice part of it. With this behemoth, it's really not easy to do this. I don't have the space, I don't have 2 cameras and all the things. And light is another thing, so you need a lot of light for this size, for this Godzilla of the excavators. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm Frank, your Brick Freak, and I hope you turn in for the review. I'm really thrilled if this is working out. Okay, thank you, have a good time.